Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
Can you shut the door? We're just frantically getting everything sorted at the last minute. Can you let me know in the chat how it's all going, everyone, with regards to the audio? I'm doing a few crazy things today. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Twitch. Highest quality in Twitch. Okay. Twitch get the best quality. Yeah, Twitch bros. And also on the home of the soccer mums, Facebook.
Wow.
That's it. Facebook. Hang on. There. Look. See, we're live. Live now. I don't know if. Here we go. I'll see if I can watch that. Whoa.
Oh, you don't want to watch it for
There
me.
So it's working. Good. We've got people on Facebook now. You should all be able to chat, and we can bring.
But they won't be able to chat cross-platform and see.
Oh, you can see it all. It'll all appear here.
Oh, okay, but not on the actual platform thing.
No. Well, come on, Rachel. You're really pushing it there. The fact that I'm getting all these things streaming together, I'm pretty happy with right now. Hang on, wait.
Oh, good.
I'm trying. You know what? That's it. Facebook's just going to be the poor cousin. Guys, you're going to get the best experience on Twitch if you're interested, but we want to get this out to YouTube as well because we think it's an important topic.
But we will just be streaming to YouTube, and once it's done. It'll be taken down.
Well, the live stuff doesn't do. Here, I'll move that microphone so we can see
okay.
The live stuff doesn't do that well for longevity on the YouTube. It's better on the Twitch. Can you read me the tube? Yes, we can. Kano, fantastic. Best experience on Twitch. Shame Twitch is a bad experience. No, it's not. It's a wonderful world of free enterprise. Don't cough on the stream. They'll think you got the Rona.
I don't.
They'll arrest you. They'll report you. They'll contact the police. I wish that was really a joke nowadays.
Look, we're at the very, very tail end of the whole family getting sick. So
that's it.
I'm a lot better than last week. Hopefully I won't have to leave the room and cough my guts up.
Apparently Twitch is weird. Yeah, well, the internet's
weird.
It's not that weird. I guess it's a different demo. Are there any sewing shows on Twitch? That'd be what you'd be watching, you know?
I tried, but it looked a bit boring.
Okay. Okay, hang on. We'll see if there's any...
I don't have time to really consume that much content.
Really? I'm just...
What are you doing,
have a look here. I'm checking to see on the Facebook. We'll see. If you're on Facebook... If you're on the Facebook, let us know, everyone. I don't think many people will watch it. Twitch for me is all about gaming. Yes, but that's the market. There you go. Gaming and news and politics. So, guys, I think there's a few things we want to talk about today. Oh, and thank you, Jeff TM, for becoming a member. Appreciate it. There's a few things we want to talk about today. And Rachel, you told me you don't want this to be a whole doom and gloom episode. You want it to be a positive, happy episode because I'll be quite honest. After going to
It's taken you a couple of days to calm down.
Well, yeah. After going to that rally and then just seeing the number of people willing to report and dob in their neighbour, I was kind of thrown a bit, to be honest.
But to clarify, in Brisbane, there is a mask mandate. You have to wear a mask. As if you're around people. But other than that, there's no population limits outside. So it was completely legal in Brisbane. It's Sydney and Melbourne where people broke quarantine to get out.
They were the brave ones to get out there.
They were brave. Where Brisbane...
We just had to take 5 kids in the city.
It was a mission. The kids loved it. They thought they were on a roller coaster on the bus.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, oh boy. It was expensive.
But we just went to the rally and I stayed right at the back just so I could have some space with the kids. So I was socially distanced the whole time. And we stayed put so you could walk around and get a feel for it because I don't want to take the kids into the thick of it. And then when the march happened, we left and went to the playground.
Yeah. And, yes. Yeah. No, it was great fun. The kids loved it. They loved it. So... Let's have a look. They're brave till they get a fine in the mail for their decision. Well, you got to cop it. It's part of life.
I'm sure they knew the risk when they left.
They'll probably write it off.
They knew the risk.
Or try.
And went. So I think the police are going to do as much as they can to make an example of people. They want to name and shame. They want to make an example of you.
Yeah, no, you're right there.
I don't think this is about fining people. It's about shaming them.
Yeah, scaring the masses.
Scaring people.
Josh Recessionberg doesn't want us to talk about record debt levels. Well, just for that, mate, I'll just bring this chart up right there. You can see, there we go. Yeah, that's for you. So there's a few things I'd like to talk about tonight. And, well, the first thing I want to bring to everyone's attention is because we're going all out today. We're definitely going all out today with the technology I'm trying to use here. And what we have is shift the window, the hashtag. So if any of you go on Twitter and use this hashtag Twitch the window, we can bring it up in the chat here and you can share it. Now, well, yeah, the part of the idea with shift the window is my argument to shift the political window, shift the Overton window. And that's where we come to is, well, you know what? I'll just look it up here. Overton window, if you're not familiar with it. These are the type of little things I honestly think would be worth doing, like those YouTube shorts, you know, like a quick little 1-minute video explaining these concepts. So here it's from the Centre for New Zealand Progress. You've got what's considered popular, what's considered policy, what's sensible, what's acceptable, and what's radical. Now the problem is here in Australia, the Overton window has shifted so far to one side of the political spectrum that people think I'm a radical because I advocate for personal agency. So that means you're a right-wing radical to some people.
So what used to be policy has now moved to the unacceptable.
Yes, yeah, that's it. To the unthinkable.
Yeah.
Look at
well, slavery is an example.
Well, yes, yeah. Well, in certain cultures, sadly, it still is acceptable. Particularly, saw the recent case down in Melbourne. So that's the part of the idea. One of the things I'm thinking of. Yes, it is live. Welcome. How are you going? We're streaming to multiple platforms, so it may all fall over in a glorious heap of incompetence. But anyway, so the first thing, and I'd encourage you all to use the hashtag shift the window on the Twitter, although probably you don't really bother with the tweets, but it's just so I can see it's working. We can get it trending. So that's also something I'm interested with regards to learning about the Overton window and how it's moving. So if we jump now, the next thing.
But to move the window, you have to agitate outside it.
Exactly. You need to pull at the edges. You really need to pull at the edges.
So you need to be talking about the radical and the acceptable to move policy to the popular.
Yes. Yep. That's it.
So if you're only talking about the popular and the sensible because you're scared of the acceptable and the radical, you're not going to shift the window.
Yep.
Same if you vote for the sensible, it's going to move the Overton window maybe to the popular.
Well, what's happening? Well, we've seen that happen here in Australia. People are voting, more and more people are voting for the Greens, and that's shifting Labor. So Labor's at a point where they need the preferences for the Greens to win some seats. They wouldn't be in power if it wasn't for Greens' preferences. So that's why we're seeing all of these crazy ideas, like all the social justice rubbish, and the identity politics start to manifest inside the Labor Party. So there we go. That's the suggestion there. These boxes and charts are just going everywhere. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, Greens, ouch. Well, yeah, I mean, they look at it. Look at the numbers. They need the first preferences.
Well, the Labor can't win on first preferences. They did in our seat in the by-election.
Oh well, yeah,
that's a rarity.
The political staffer kicked. I'm not surprised.
Well, they got over 50% of the primary vote.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm a little disappointed.
But you know,
it's reality.
He got a 1% swing against him.
1.5.
1.5.
1.5. Hey, FlyingWombat, thanks for joining us on the Twitch. By watching Twitch, you're getting the 1080 full 128 kilobits per second audio experience, and the poor cousins on the YouTube are only getting 720. That's how. Well, I mean that's why internet can, NBN, Go Australia. That's all it can handle. So yeah, So let's have a look. Note how without job seeker, more people are protesting. Yes, well, I think you got a good point there, Jeff. Yes.
Well, they've got
I'm not
nothing
surprised.
to lose.
Yeah. Well, remember, this is only to flatten the curve. It was, how long has it been now? It's not been 3 weeks. It's been 2 years this type of stuff's been going
But they're
on.
going to have to get used to having some cases, or we'll never get back to normal.
We're too safety focused, safety conscious. We're a health and safety nanny bloody nation here in Australia, where people are afraid of any risk. They literally want to eliminate this whole bloody thing before they do anything. I was talking to a gentleman today, a viewer, and he lives in China, an Australian overseas, and he's saying how he's got more freedom over there than we have here.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny, everyone? So, Aussie bootlickers. Now, the reason I want to bring this up is because of this. Have you seen this, Rachel? Have you ever been to Reddit?
No, I have been to Reddit.
Yeah? Sewing stuff?
No. You got me to look at political stuff once. It was a bit much. I'm kind of like, oh no, it was crypto. You wanted me to look at crypto for tips.
Oh, wait.
Tips back in the day.
No. That's, yes, no. Airdrops. That's it. I wanted you to earn free airdrops.
You wanted me to be your airdrop person.
Another airdrop person so we can get free crypto. Yeah,
and I'm like, this is a bit full on. and I kind of quietly stepped away from Reddit.
Oh, it's what you should post political stuff on there. It is such a cesspool on there. I couldn't believe it. I was putting my stuff there and just, finding a whole lot of interesting characters.
There's a Reddit. It's got pockets, and I've been told that's a good one to watch.
It's got pockets.
It's a sewing thing.
So okay, a sewing thing. Yep. So we're all on the list. Yeah, we probably all are on a list right now.
I think you've been on a list for a while.
Oh, the list of incredibly awesome bald men. That's what it is. Rob's going, the religion of safety has taken over. It certainly feels like it, doesn't it? You blaspheme if you dare to speak against the safety gods. And Greta's one of them, probably. So, if we have a look here. FlyingWombat, I hate Reddit so much. Yeah, I can't really stand it. But, there you go. Celebrating the lockdown, celebrating reporting people, and there you go. Look at what they're doing here, guys. Naming, reporting to the police. And how many members are in this thing? How many members are in this? 381. So not too many, but apparently 5,500 people have taken part in this. So yeah, John Smith on Facebook, and he actually left a comment, is saying it's not safety, it's woke communism. Is it any different? Safety is the path to woke communism. It's the same thing, really. I'm stunned at the dobbers. Am I the only one? This really upset me. You're not surprised? Rachel's not surprised?
I'm upset, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah? Yeah, well, yeah.
That's the thing. It's kind of, when we had the lockdown here, I wanted to introduce Edward to the neighbours because I'd had a baby in lockdown. And I'm walking up the street going, gee, are the people across the road, I don't know them, are they going to call the police and dob me in because I am visiting my neighbours? And you just feel like you can't go outside and everyone's surveilling you.
Isn't that the idea?
Yeah. It's kind of like the design of prisons where...
For ihre Sicherheit.
I don't know what that means.
For your safety. For your safety. Sicherheit, or for your health. For your safety.
Well,
my German's terrible. I really should be much better than it is anyway.
The old school design of prisons where you have the central tower and then a ring of prison cells around it. And so at some times the tower is manned, and so the prisoners think, oh my goodness, I'm being watched, and they're on their best behaviour. And it gets to a point where they don't have to actually man the prison and they still get conforming behaviour because there's the feeling of being watched.
Well, that's a great segue, and we're not even planning this. We're just so well organised into lateral surveillance.
Oh, okay.
You didn't watch that video I did today on it, did you?
I was feeding the kids.
You meant to watch every single video I do
I don't watch every video you do, honey.
Oh, isn't that terrible?
I'm not your biggest fan.
Oh, what can you say, guys? What can you say? I'm just gonna let me just bring this up here.
Architects designing better prisons, yeah. The things you learn.
Oh, well, there we go. Hang on. Nope, that's...
It's not working.
Okay, it's not going to work. I'm not going to do that. That's going to be... Anyway, we'll have a look here. If you haven't seen it, everyone, this is the video that I've done here, Lateral Surveillance Recruiting. It's about the Australian Federal Police recruiting officers from the other forces for lateral surveillance. And in it, I explain what the explanation of lateral surveillance is. And again, I've got the wrong thing. Hang on, I'll bring this definition up, Rachel, because you haven't seen it. Hang on. See how wonderfully organized the YouTube is. Okay, so you can see it here. Lateral surveillance, or peer-to-peer monitoring, understood as the use of surveillance tools by individuals rather than by agents of institutions, public or private, to keep track of one another. Covers, but is not limited to, 3 main categories: romantic interests, family, friends, or acquaintances.
Are you kidding?
And there's a paper, the paper that this is from, you can all get, I've put it in the download section of...
Yeah, I'm happy I'm not dating.
Yeah, well, no, family and romantic interests. Hey, family. I mean, this is right out of...
Dobbing your mum.
Yeah, dobbing your family.
My mum doesn't want to do such and such. I'm going to dob her in. That's awful.
That's well...
I can understand an acquaintance because we've all been kind of trained into going, watch out for domestic violence. If you hear someone being bashed next door, call the cops.
Yep.
And this is kind of, you know, people are used to that idea. And now this is the next step.
Well, Ray Palmer on YouTube has said lateral surveillance was very evident in Germany before World War II. And I imagine it was evident during World War II as well.
Yeah.
And, well, in East Germany after World War II as well. That's why I think my grandmother was sent to prison in East Germany because she said it was better under Hitler's time than the Soviet times. So
it runs in the family, honey.
Oh, no, it doesn't. That's racist, all the Germans.
No, I'm talking about your family not wanting to deal with the popular opinion.
Well, I don't know if it was a popular opinion right there. I think it was more the forced opinion. I know my father got beaten by his father for joining the Communist Party, but it's the only way he had to do it to get an education. There you go, guys. You know, there you go. We need to teach the Constitution in school. I think we need to...
What's the point?
We need to remove... Yeah, what is the point? Well,
But that's the thing. The Constitution only dictates what the federal government can do. It does not dictate the states. The states cover everything the Constitution doesn't, which is why healthcare, education, building, most of the legislation that deals with your everyday is dictated by the states. Even though it might be nationalised and consistent, it's dictated by the states because the federal government has no jurisdiction, because it's not in the Constitution. So it's absolute bullshit. It doesn't matter what the Constitution says because the states don't have to follow it.
So you're saying we need to break up the Federation and ally with New Zealand?
Oh, gee, I don't know whether that's a good idea.
Hang on. Heise says, where can we find the Constitution, Fed and State? You can find on the web.
There is no Constitution for the states. It's only federal. So there is no limitation on what the states can legislate on. You're aware of that, aren't you?
No.
Well, that's how the structure of the BCA. Like, have you ever wondered...
This is how Rachel's learned all about this. Not through any constitutional political thing.
No.
It's the structure of the building code.
I had to get my head around it. I'm going, how on earth is this Australian standard the law? And then I'm like, well, we've got a national building code. And then why does every single state have a building act? And then I realised that construction isn't in the Constitution. So every state has to have a building act, which
B Tiger's saying you're totally wrong. Well, what
makes the building code?
What makes the building code law
legal?
Yeah, because it goes from one thing to another.
What gives the building code its authority?
Well, that's the Building Act, and that's called up in the state.
The state legislation calls up the Building Act, which refers to a national document. So that's the legislative law. Then you do have the courts.
Yep.
And that's the second half of it. So once something's legislated, until it's tested in the courts, it's kind of a bit blurry, and the courts will determine how the law is interpreted.
So Aussie law is fiction. We need a treaty with the originals. What do you mean? We have a treaty, don't we? Hasn't the treaty already been signed with the Aboriginals coming in here?
No, I don't think
No?
we ever had one.
Oh, well, we said sorry. Yeah, Queensland has a constitution. Look it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will.
I'll look it up now. Hang on.
Thank you.
See, this is because you're looking at it just from the building code perspective.
I am just looking at it from the building perspective.
Not that they probably pay any attention to the bloody thing, to be honest.
Okay, well, thank you. I'll read it over the week.
The Constitution of Queensland. Oh, these things put me to sleep.
No, I'll read it. Not tonight.
This would give the authority of the acts, wouldn't it?
Well, yes. It would define what the Queensland government can and can't do. It would define their powers and the powers of the courts.
And that they can ignore.
Well, yeah.
Buy off the plan, everyone.
I will look that up. Thank you for correcting me.
There you go, honey.
I learned something.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So we've talked about lateral surveillance. Now the media narrative. I wanted to look up what they're saying about the protest. I'm just going to take my jumper off. If you have a look there.
What am I looking at?
At the news. At the news we can see
yeah,
here.
Well, the news is just condemning the protest blanket. It's not pointing out the nuance that, or validating any of the arguments of why people might want to protest.
You know, fringe groups where Sydney's lockdown, where lockdown protests begin. So they're trying to tie it all just to fringe groups, to nutters, and to people.
But that may be what you got in Sydney and Melbourne because it wasn't.
It
was in lockdown, so you're going to only get people who are extremely passionate turning up.
You had them in Brisbane as well.
Yes, but it was padded out with normal people.
So we've got here, I'm in Victoria. Dale is saying, everyone is convinced of the mainstream narrative, bunch of sheep here.
Well, yeah, Dan got re-elected. That's obvious.
Can you blame people?
So,
hang on, here we go. We had an interesting comment here. That same framing is used by the media and politics worldwide.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is.
But the size of protests you're getting worldwide are huge.
There are way more than 3,000 people. Yes, that's right. Let's have a look at, one second. I'll just download here. And we'll look at what was happening in Paris with regards to the protests there. I'll bring that up. But yeah, we're getting one narrative from the media generally. It's marginalizing everyone who's taken part, and okay, that's not going to work. And
what are you trying to do?
Download that Paris video.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, one sec. There we go. Wait, we'll bring this up.
You got stuff everywhere.
So this is around the Eiffel Tower. This is the number of people that are looking at.
Well, that's because France has brought in the vaccine passports. If you're not vaccinated, you can't even go to a restaurant.
There you go.
You can't travel and you can't eat.
Well, welcome to, think about it. A year ago, if you had even suggested that,
it would have been like, you're insane.
Yeah, you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. No one would have taken you serious at all. You know? Hang on. What are we looking at here? What is this? Look at the Marine Museum. It's not a crime to lose a fight. Government loses them and they get away with it. The plebs never do. Well, I mean, it's not. This is, for a lot of people, I'd see this as people being politically activated for the first time, stepping up. You know? Sky News has turned. They were always pro-vax. Now they're going full hog on the narrative. Okay. Well, there you go. I mean...
Oh, yeah, and that's clarification on the Paris.
Where's this?
Midtown Maddie.
Where? This one?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. No, it's because Macron wants mandatory vaccination. That was a big deal.
Mandatory vaccination.
Oh, it's all a big deal, honestly.
Yeah, that's crazy. So if we, I mean, there you go, guys. This is it. We've got a media narrative that's only putting one side, that's only painting people who participated in the protests in a certain light. I mean, there you go. You know, the fire guy. You're always going to get some people that are a bit...
Well, they're all there.
Yeah.
You're going to get fringe people there, but that's not everyone.
You get the typical standard ones that just turn out to every single protest.
So, yeah, you're going to get that. But is that everyone?
Yeah, no, that isn't. You had a lot of normal people at this protest. So...
like bringing their dogs and, you know, bringing the family. But the normal people weren't in the thick of it. They weren't at the front of the march. They were kind of lagging around the back and seeing how things would pan out, ready to bail if it got nasty. Yeah, yeah.
So there's a few... We've got a list here of things that we were going to talk about. And the idea is that, well, this isn't just to dwell on what the issue is. The media is only painting it a different way. People are all upset, disheartened. You're getting our own Stasi set up here in Australia, and every idiot is happily dobbing everyone else. It's about political activism, and I think fundamentally to shift the Overton window. You've got a lot of people that don't even think politics at all. They'll vote just how their parents did. They'll just vote out of habit the same way.
They'll waste their vote. And they'll just write an essay on the paper or draw pictures and not participate in the process.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. There were more informal votes in the Stretton by-election than there were for the two minor parties that ran.
Together?
Yep. Yeah. So people are pissing away their votes. They don't want to participate, which is a shame because, every vote is potentially funding for a minor party, That's the thing. What are we looking at here? What about Rebel? Rebel News isn't really mainstream, though. It's not. How much viewership does it get? That's the thing you need to consider. It's about.
Is it preaching to the crowd?
Yeah. Is it part of the echo chamber? Is that the thing? Are you getting to more people? So what else? If you don't die in the first 2 weeks, 2 years later, you'll die a slow, painful death.
After the poke.
After the jab. Yeah, well, we'll have to see. Rebel News is growing. Don't vote. They complain about what you end up. Don't vote. Then don't complain what you end up with. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Rebel News is controlled opposition. This is the thing. People say that about everything. Everyone is controlled opposition. People think I'm controlled opposition. Where do I get my controlled opposition paycheck? Come on, Soros, send it my way. If someone, if you don't like someone's opinion or not happy with them, it doesn't mean they're controlled opposition.
We have a paper voting system in Australia.
Yeah. What voting machine? Oh, some places use voting machines to count them. But here's the thing with our electoral system here, it's all on paper.
You can double check the paper.
You double check the paper and you
Scrutineers.
Every part, if you want to, you can run and be a scrutineer and you can then cross-check it. So
you can go in there when they're counting and observe.
It's a little different to the US. But
that's a good one.
Who pays you, Heise? Who pays me? Yeah, who does pay me? Or
Google.
Google does. Yeah, Google does. They do. Not much. Well, honestly, all of you people watching my videos, like, share, and subscribe. Buy my merch. Hang on.
Pick up Annie for L.
Where?
Down.
Where?
Down, up.
That one?
That one.
Okay, hang on. Yep, I was there in Brizzy. Lots of family. No aggro or stress. My hubby said it was the Woodstock of rallies. Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah. It was a lot of normal people there. It was more because I used to walk past there all the time going to uni, and there you'd see all the nutters, and they weren't. And by nutters, I mean like the Marxists who want to unify the world under their globalist utopia. I just watched Animal Farm today, so it's all fresh in my mind. And there were a few of them there, but most of them were normal people. What's this? Who am I paid? There we go. Wait, I'm paid by Big Oil and Rupert Murdoch. Where do I get the check?
My house would obviously be finished if that was the case.
Yeah. I wouldn't be limiting my steel prices. Come on. Why didn't you come to the Redcliffe show and have a pizza with us? I don't even know about the Redcliffe show.
We're going to the Ekka.
Yeah, we're going to the Ekka.
Our daughter has entered the kids thing.
Well, here we go. Wait, here's
a dress competition.
Thanks for the Soros bucks, Yogi. You're meant to do it at the blind drop-off place, mate, not online. Come on, thank you.
Thank you.
What was it? There's one YouTuber I watch. One's crypto guy. Superman, and he just shills for crap. And it appeared once in a live stream that someone was offering him 2 Bitcoin to sell. I'll put this down a bit to sell a shill a crypto. That's it. So hang on, what are we looking at here?
Yardman 11.
Hang on. Brisbane rally, always a good day. Tricky does a good job, and Brizzy cops are well behaved.
Yeah, there were a lot of cops.
Yeah?
But they were just standing back and kind of
They
crossing
didn't really
their
care.
arms and going, here we go, another protest.
Yep.
Another day in the office.
I thought I was a Liberal Democrat. No, I'm meant to be a controlled opposition shill, isn't that it? It
You're
depends.
a swing voter. You swing depending on
how close to Bass time I am. That's when I become an anarchist on Bass Day. Oh, bloody hell.
You swing, and who gets your vote last time isn't necessarily going to get your vote next time. I think it's a good way to be.
I'm frustrated with the majors.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm more inclined to support the minors, just to encourage them to be politically active, and I want more diversity of opinion and thought in our parliament. That's what I would really like. Thoughts on Get Up? They're pretty much just a bunch of thugs, aren't they? Well, there were some members that were harassing constituents, I know that, and people running, but they're very left-leaning,
Yeah.
I'm not impressed. They're definitely ideological.
And if they don't like your petition, don't they have the right to take it down?
No, that Get Up is that group that went around.
Oh, that Get Up group.
Yeah.
It's
They're
just
activists.
like the limit on political advertising in Queensland. It just means that Labor gets so much more because every union is a different organisation and can pay a different sum of money.
Yeah. So they'll ban they'll ban developers for donating, but
They
then
won't ban the unions.
the unions will set up 50 different organisations and funnel your super money into there. Wait until the police have to arrest their own family members.
You're going to see them quitting.
Yeah, they'll quit. They'll quit before that.
You hope so.
Well, the last copper I met that quit and became a YouTuber and now is kicking ass.
The one before that was sleeping with a flatmate.
That's it. Did she? That was interesting. She was telling us how they all have affairs, and
She was also undercover, and I think that really she's undercover and exposed some pretty nasty stuff. And they put the girls undercover because they don't look like cops.
Oh, okay.
But it's pretty rough. She wasn't able to talk about it, but you could tell that it really kind of messed her up.
FlyingWombat saying Get Up is founded by Soros as well. That's the thing. He's got so much money and so many pies that it'll just flow through everywhere. It's not like, oh, boom, look at that. It's someone with shitloads of money that has a political agenda. He'll just throw it everywhere.
It's like Turnbull Superfund.
Yeah, well, yes, yeah, you're right. You're right. So, hang on, what are we looking at here? So, ideological is being too polite. I'm very polite. All the time. I never get angry. I'm always calm and collected on
That's
all
why
of
you
my...
have a whole playlist of rants.
That's just therapeutic.
Therapeutic.
That's it. So, what I wanted to talk about here is art as a way of conducting or undertaking political activism during the age of the Aussie bootlicker, which is what I think we are at the moment. Now, if we're looking at art, I'd say one example is memes.
Yep.
I would say memes are art, and let's see if I can bring up some of those. We'll see. What do you think, Rachel? Do you think memes are art? Or audience, do you guys think
I would
memes
say
are art?
memes as art is a bit of a stretch.
Well, look at
I think memes
modern
as
art.
a cultural expression.
Look at
yes.
modern art. Yeah, okay.
Cultural expression, art. No, that's kind of taking it a bit far. But I do think memes are a way that people are expressing themselves through comedy. To be able to point out the ludicrous is a way where people can laugh at themselves and also shine a light on people to reflect their own behaviour back at them without deeply offending them.
Yeah. Okay.
Or is that getting way too kind of
No,
philosophical?
that's good. Here we've got beginner art. Memes can red pill the normies.
I agree, because it points out the ludicrous.
Memes are an art.
If you do them right.
Memes and art, how dare you? Well, it's only an art if you can get government funding for it, isn't it? Isn't that it? Oh, shit, that'd be the way to try and get government funding for memes. That'd be brilliant.
I'm sure someone's been paid
That would
to
be
do
brilliant.
memes.
They'd have to do it, you know. Crypto memes are good. I like Wojak and Sooners and Boomer. There's some, like the Wojak's that depressed character, or there's Doomer, there's all these. You've got no idea what I'm talking about. Well, this is one of the latest memes that has cheered me up. I like this one.
That doesn't look like a meme. That just looks like a comment.
Isn't that a meme?
No, a meme is a picture and words over the top.
Well, that's
the juxtaposition of
this is the political
image and
compass.
words.
Okay, well, fine, we'll find a meme.
That's a meme.
Which one? Oh, okay.
That's a meme.
Here we go. And that's the Wojak. There we go. We'll look at...
Oh, is that the Wojak? It has a name.
Yeah.
And is that the Chad?
So here's the left. No, this is the political compass. There's left.
Okay.
Left authoritarian, right authoritarian, left liberal, libertarian, and right libertarian. So you've got, fuck capitalism, blue lives matter, black lives matter, and then this guy here is selling T-shirts for everyone. So, join in the Discord, guys, to help me collect more memes as well.
But art isn't like using creative expression.
I'm showing my age again. Yeah, I'm a boomer, aren't I? I'm evolving into... I am a geriatric millennial, so I'm virtually a boomer, Yeah.
But things like literature and the ways that books have shaped and crafted our culture. And now we're getting to the point where if you follow Brittany Sellner, she's had her work refused to be published because it's not woke enough. Because she doesn't have this character and this character and this character highlighted in the book, where you just want to tell a story and highlight something that maybe isn't on the left side of politics. If we don't have narrative and story and books that show another side, how are people going to understand these concepts in an easy way?
Mad is drawing attention to 1984.
Well, that's an example of literature really shining a light on society.
What about the good old Gulag Archipelago?
Well, you got it behind you.
Do I have it behind me?
Yeah. Where is it? I saw it the other day.
Oh, there we go. There you go. The Gulag Archipelago. What books are coming out? We're in a different world now. Young people don't read or write spelt incorrectly. I'm sure that was done intentionally. Well, no, they do. They read a lot. They read a lot online.
They read a lot of short form content.
Yeah, if you can get it out in a minute, maybe to open the door. What about if we're talking art? It
depends on the person. I think that's a personality thing.
What about you've got Twitch, you've got TikTok, you've got YouTube Shorts. I think that's another avenue of reaching out to people. Heise, do you think it's too late to educate young people?
They will be educated. It's a question of what the content is. It doesn't really... They're going to be educated. It's by whom and what are they being taught?
Hang on, we've got a very important one here. My only political opinion is that Florian should unstring his bow. You're not meant to unstring these ones. I watched the bow guy on YouTube. Maybe I should. We'll see. It's a lot of effort. I'll just buy a new bow. It's very cheap.
Maybe you should just move the bow and then you won't get criticised over the bow.
I've got nowhere else to put it.
You can put it behind the screens.
Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. It'll fall down every time I adjust stuff. Anyway, the bow's there. It creates activity.
Interest.
Yeah, that's it. Interest. You must have a hashtag for the young to read. Well, maybe you should,
We're at the library and our daughter, she's 8. She's like, oh, Mum, I'm just going to go to the kids section while you do your thing. I'm like, all right. And by the time I got there, she'd read a quarter of a novel. And she's like, oh, can we borrow it so I can finish it? So reading's not dead. It's a personality thing. Some people love to read and some people don't.
I think people can fall through the cracks with reading. I think reading's a very important skill that isn't really emphasized.
It is emphasised, but if you don't keep pace with the class, you can easily get left behind.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't think I don't think reading is dead. I think you've got people follow their interests.
Well, I'd say literature definitely is a thing. We looked at memes. I'd say short videos as a way of getting ideas out there. What about, here's one. I met a gentleman at the protest. He was handing out pamphlets for Australia One. He said he'd gained a new appreciation for people doing a letterbox drop. What about that as an idea? You know, doing the pamphlets, doing the letterbox drop. Will that even work?
We get so much junk in the mail, it'll get picked up and put in the bin. You know, why would someone read something they get in the mail?
I don't know, but we'll ask the audience.
All we get in the mail are junk mail and real estate mail.
Junk mail, real estate mail.
And bills.
Bills and
medical appointments.
Religious tracts. That's pretty much all we get.
We get medical appointments.
But you could put them up at university. I still think it's not going to be as effective as online.
No.
I think online is a much smarter way.
It's a lot of cost and expense for very little reach. Yeah,
you're getting a demo that's older. You're going to get the older demo with that. You're not going to get them with the younger things. You've got then movies.
Well, I think movies have played a...
You got Mick Wright's old school letterbox. Jim says it's wasteful.
Yeah.
You know? And Rom is saying that real life is more troublesome than fiction in the 21st century. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fine. Come on.
You need to read a good book.
Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah. I wish that Bill guy would stop sending me mail. Yeah, he's a bastard. He really is.
Yeah, and the rate guy.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. The rate. Oh, we just got the rate bill as well. So, just tattoo word or hot chicks. Oh, okay. You could do that.
Yeah, they're not hot forever.
They get old. Advertisement on soy milk cartons. The only way the youth will see it. Well, they're not all drinking soy. Come on. Not all of them. Not all of them. Letterbox drops can work. Also, the lead singer from Boy and Bear, that's how he got a poo roadie. Well, maybe he can. I've got no idea who you're talking about there. I wish I could ban the real estate BS in your mail wanting to list your place. Oh, they always want you to.
All the time.
Always. You know?
Has it stopped on this place under construction?
No, I just keep throwing it out. Swart says we need a Bill of Rights. Well, we need a Bill of Rights that's better than the one in Victoria. You know?
That can't be ignored.
B-Tiger's asking why they're pushing fake meat. Well, you know why? Because everyone's put money into it. They've invested money into how much farmland has Gates bought up. They're going to make money. It's cheaper to make than real meat.
If you want to fight against fake meat, buy real meat.
Yeah.
Let the market dictate. They'll get to a point where it's not profitable. It isn't profitable now. So just buy the real thing.
Well, whenever there's a disaster, no one eats the fake crap. And honestly, I think it's when people are worried about such and such is going to kill humanity or kill all these people, I'm more worried about the fake meat coming out. Then the brain fog that everyone gets.
And all the research to support it is funded by the fake meat companies. It's not independent.
We didn't, humans haven't been eating fake meat for all of history. That's the thing. We didn't evolve our brains eating peas.
You can tell who had beef stir fry for dinner.
That's it, yeah. Mario's saying go raw. That's go
our
raw.
Daughter does.
Raw beef?
Miss Two.
Yeah.
Oh, she loves raw meat. I'm like, stop it.
I know. I watch a whole lot of YouTubers that do it. I've tried it. I can't
get my head around it.
Too culturally conditioned.
Yeah.
It tastes good. Oh, it tastes good. Oh. It's like butter. It really is. Oh, it's beautiful.
Maybe that's why Odie goes for it.
Yeah, no. But you see footage on YouTube of a baby. You put vegan stuff in front of them, or vegetables and meat. They'll go for the meat. They'll crawl over, push it out of the way, go to dog food and start eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our kids like the meat.
Yes.
What did you find in your glass cleaning container?
Oh yeah, salami. I have a little machine to clean my glasses, and I put it in there and just was doing salami. It's just...
And you go, who put salami in? And they laughed at you.
Yeah, they're all teasing me, my own children, with my bloody, what you call it? My meat. Are you going to be a confest? Bacon fest. Is that a thing?
I think it is.
Okay, well, we'll have to find out about that. I've learned something new. You know, that's it.
Bacon Fest.
Yeah.
Is that the one in Kingaroy?
We'll have to look.
I think I saw a Bacon Fest in Kingaroy. Look, we've just got to time it right. We've got a baby coming soon, so.
Yeah, that's it. We can't really, go too far. In Kingaroy, yep. Maybe we should. That's it, yeah. Well, the next thing I wanted to talk about was movies. You've got political movies. Like, I spent today watching Animal Farm.
But that's brought off a book.
Yeah, that's it. But, the problem is with movies, they're all becoming so woke and they're remaking stuff.
They are political movies. They're just not the politics you agree with.
You're right. Politics is going all through movies. And
it depends on who's paying for them.
People they're going woke and going broke.
Well, yeah.
Snerum is going, OMG movies these days.
That's because they are political.
What was the movie that everyone's railing up about? Like that what was at the end of the Avengers 2? With Captain America, that arrogant woman that was coming in on him?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I even remember it now, but still, yeah. And then you've also got all the streaming stuff, the animations. Politics is going all through it. What is it? The He-Man controversy that's coming out now.
Oh, that's because it's funded by Netflix. That's the thing. If you want to see movies that aren't so left-leaning, someone else needs to fund them.
Yeah.
It comes down to the funding. If you've got enough money, you can fund the politics you like.
Non-White Knight is going, have you noticed how most TV shows and movies are replacing all men with women?
Yeah, that's because of the funding. They can't get funding if it's balanced. No one will pay for it.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have a balanced media if no one pays for a balanced media.
You should watch The Critical Drinker. Yes, I do. I like The Critical Drinker.
It's very enjoyable.
He's good. Yeah. No, that's good. It's a good idea. Woke versions, She-Man. Yeah, that's it.
I actually watched The Critical Drinker to see whether it's worth spending my money at the cinema.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's good. What else do we have? So, and then, podcasts.
That's all sides of politics on podcasts.
That's similar to podcasts and YouTube. There's a lot of exposure there.
That's ordinary people finding their voice.
Well, sharing a political opinion on this platform, they can cancel you at the drop of a hat, as we've seen on my channel, where I got cancelled with no warning. And the alternative platforms as well that people can go on.
There's also a Facebook comment.
Wait, that should appear. Here we go.
Oh, they're coming up.
How you going? Welcome. Yep.
Oh, good.
John on Facebook. China owns Hollywood. Yes, that's the big issue there.
But don't they only allow a certain number of Hollywood movies into China per year, and to get a movie played in China, it has to have a certain quota of Chinese actors in prominent roles? There's so many conditions on the media. That's why movies are tilted the way they are. Middle
Cove Motors is saying, try being a Trekkie these days. You can't, it's gone to shit. Yeah, I know. It really has.
It's so sad.
Picard has become such a little bitch
in
that new series.
Yeah.
I've stopped watching. I used to enjoy it. I can't watch it.
No, I stopped when they redid the movies.
Gave up on Doctor Who years ago. Oh, well, isn't Doctor Who now a black woman in the past? It's just, I mean, it's like the ABC. It's like the journalists we see in all of these articles. What was it the other day? There was about the Premier. The Premier here in Queensland being put in her place because she wanted to go to the Olympics and sit in her room. And all the journalists were just talking to each other and, they're sourcing quotes from other journalists and fat television B-grade celebrities to show how Australia was outraged. So that I think they're like in a bubble. It's like the Canberra bubble. People are just stuck in these little worlds, and it's their own little echo chambers. And that's one of the dangers of getting a lot of your news and information from online sources or algorithmically driven sources. You're not going to get a diversity of opinions as much.
Well, it's not like you can exactly go to the pub and find out what people think at the moment, can you?
No, you're right. Well, we'll get to that. That's one of the suggestions I'm putting down here is meeting up and networking events. So I mean, the next topic I wanted to talk about is education, and we've kind of
covered
that. Creating content for children, getting stuff out there, education materials at university. It's definitely something that.
Well, Lauren Southern has just released a couple of children's books.
What's it called?
She released an ABC video book, and also a fable. They're on Amazon. I was thinking about
The ABCs of morality.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's her latest one. She's doing that, but she's just become a mum, so of course she's interested in books that she can actually read to her children.
Okay, so
or
there
child.
you go. Yeah. The ABC morality paperback. Well, I mean, this is the type of thing that you need to do.
And you've got your ABC of money.
Yes.
That's not exactly political, but it's still.
Yeah, that was a very kind donation by a viewer. I mean, so there is material out there and stuff you can give to your children, you know?
How good is Baby Einstein? Is that the YouTube channel or is it something else? Because the YouTube channel, I tell you what, is driving me insane.
What's Baby Einstein?
Oh, it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G with little cartoons.
Oh, well, you got to... I'm glad I'm over here.
Yeah.
So, that's one media to consider. There is work and literature and other things out there that can help in education. But it's
really down to parents. If you want your children to see both sides of politics, you need to heavily teach them what they're not getting at school.
Well, you probably shouldn't show a 4-year-old Animal Farm, I learnt today. It's a little scary to them in certain bits. So, but Frederick was saying, no, this is why I said not to watch it, because the little girls will be good. I'm brave. I'm like brave. It.
I'm 5.
Yeah, I'm 5. The 5-year-old liked it. 4-year-old and 3-year-old were a bit scared. But you got to introduce them to this. Well,
she's not even 3 yet.
She's 2.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the 2-year-old was a bit scared, but that's socialism.
And the 1-year-old didn't get it?
He was asleep. I put him to bed.
Oh, good.
You can
Responsible
tell
parenting.
Dad was taking care. How do we know what's in the curriculum?
You can find it online, but it's very hard to read.
And it's
very open to interpretation.
There's a lot of stuff in that curriculum.
So much in it. Yeah.
So, petitions. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this because this is something that a whole lot of people do to get politically active or to pretend like they're being politically active. And one of them a platform that just pisses me off is this one, change.org. The world's platform for change.
I do not want to be included in the Pfizer rollout.
There you go, honey.
No.
There you go. Pregnant women.
Please exclude
eligible for the Pfizer rollout.
No. I want to be excluded. Don't include me. I want to be special.
So this is marketing. This is data collection and marketing for this organization. They are an ideological organization, and people go on these platforms and use it to try and drum up support. They may get some media exposure, but it's not useful because it's so many people everywhere just doing it. They just do it for attention.
Yeah, bleeding heart.
Yeah. I mean, does anyone here use this platform? This is the thing. I'm concerned about it. Descent tracker. Well, yeah, that's it. That's Crescio is right. One thing that I would encourage you to do is e-petitions from the government.
You spelt it wrong.
So, current e-petitions that we have here.
These will actually get a little bit more traction because if you're in Queensland, you can sign the petition, but if you're in New South Wales, you can't sign a Queensland petition. So it's geo-blocked.
And you can hopefully
provide...
Yes,
pregnant women have to wear masks.
Yep. You can provide support for politicians that want to get attention for certain issues. Your representatives. That's the goal of it. So this is what I'd encourage. I mean, take part in this, even just throw your signature on it. First closure of purpose-built on-site camping facilities at schools of distance education campuses. Okay. Why are they closing that? Okay. Duty in care imposed by the federal court. Greyhound Hall of Life tracking. Helensvale North, Hope Island Road train station.
We got Restore Democracy in Queensland.
Where's that one?
18,000 signatures.
Oh, here we go. So this one here, have you all signed this petition in Queensland? Restore democracy in Queensland. This is a good one. Your petitioners therefore request the House to oppose the bill and request government. This is extending the emergency powers, you know. Swart is going, F the government. Well, you know, if you defeat us like that, you're never going to make any change, mate. That's the thing. That's the problem.
But there's federal petitions and each state has petitions, and they're probably going to get a lot more sway with your politicians if you go through these channels.
Well, yeah, because
the problem with change.org is anyone in the world can sign your petition. So it doesn't actually mean that it's relevant to Queenslanders or it's relevant to Australians. It means it's relevant to people.
Yeah.
It has no borders, where the official government petitions, they're bordered and they're getting the opinions of people actually voting. Would you agree, Florian?
Yeah, no, I think it's right. The problem is it's harder.
You have to give your actual address.
People will see on Twitch that it's, on Twitter, they'll pay, corporations will pay a disproportionate attention to Twitter when it's primarily a bunch of leftists on there and a bunch of people on there. So this is one thing I'd suggest. If you're interested in petitions or calling for petitions, avoiding change.org, avoiding these other organizations, this is all fluff and market research for them that they can on-sell, and focusing on the ones that will go to your politicians. Find politicians, reach out to them to sponsor it or put it in yourself, and do something with this. So that other than the change.org, because I'm seeing it all the time, particularly the one where everyone wanted to stop our premier from going overseas. And it's too late for that. You stop her from going overseas by voting in someone else.
What about John Smith's comment from Facebook?
Where's this?
Facebook one.
There we go.
Do you want to add that?
Out of curiosity, how many vaccines do your kids have to get before the age of 5? I've heard it's up to half a dozen or more.
Well,
you tell me. I don't know.
2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 12 months, and then 18 months, and then 4. And at each one, there's about 3. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And then they don't have to get any till they're in high school.
Okay.
There you go. That's the government rollout.
Yes. So the next one I wanted to talk about, the next topic, is, professional lobbying. And you've got some insight into this I thought you'd share with people.
Well, when I was on the practice committee for the Institute of Architects, some of the people there were also on the chapter council, and they were explaining that the whole of the chapter council got training in lobbying. They got to go to a 3-day course to learn how to be a lobbyist. So I found it interesting that lobbying is a skill that can be taught. So if that's something that you want to pursue, it's actually a full-time job. Lobbyists get paid by wealthy people to do the bickering for them.
And that's why you're seeing Soros organisation having this connection with all these groups and examples like that.
Because people are paid permanent full-time lobbyists. If to do lobbying properly, you need to treat it like a full-time job. You're being paid to be a nag. Basically, that's what a lobbyist is.
A wives lobbyist?
We lobby our husbands to get things done.
Oh, MGTOW just got another 50 converts right now.
I do love you.
Yeah. So it was a learned skill. They did training to lobby. What do you have any of do you remember? I know you're suffering from baby brain, and I'm asking you to think back a decade nearly.
They were encouraged to not write letters. They were encouraged to make appointments and go to lunch or to have a coffee or to meet the politicians in person, one-on-one, and discuss their issues and put them on the spot, face-to-face, regularly, and build relationships just like you would if you were like a sales rep for a company. So that's what And they also said if you come with the backing of an organisation, you're more likely to get an appointment.
That's an interesting point. I'm going to just thank you, Harry, for that nice comment. Love your work. Appreciate it. And we've got here, so Middle Cove is saying money talks.
Yeah.
But you've made an interesting insight into saying
Professional lobbying.
Backed by an organisation. Now, Pub Test, one of the viewers here, he set up an organisation for men's rights. And Pub, I think some of your freedom information requests you do through that organisation to give it an air of officiality or to make it seem better.
Like you're bigger than yourself.
There we go. Yeah, Office for Men. That's it. So it's not just Pub Test. The future councillor down in Sydney, but it's
Nice
from
plug.
That's it. It's the Office for Men doing a request, and it makes it sound better. And I mean, what does it cost to start up an organisation like that? Nothing. You register a name, an organisation, you do a bit of paperwork, and then you buy a domain, create a website, and boom, you've got an organisation. We are important. Yeah, yes, of course you are. Oh, there, look. Office for Men, right here.
Oh, funny.
So I think if you're looking at either going to organizations that you can be involved with, that you can ask, can I make this request or organize this meeting on your behalf to kind of give yourself an air of authority if you've got a concern, rather than just some random person rocking up.
But it's a lot more effort to go and make an appointment with someone and to give them your time. You have to be polite. It's not the same as sending off a rant.
I did that. I got drunk after a function. We went to a function and I met a husband and wife architecture team that were immigrated here from South Africa, and they got a government job, and then they got all this government work because they knew the people inside. I got so pissed. I wrote a drunken letter to 2 politicians going, this is bullshit. Why are these people getting these jobs? And I think I actually got a reply.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. It's quite embarrassing. Probably not the best thing I ever did, but still,
You're politically active?
Yeah, that's it.
At least it wasn't an ex.
Oh, that's too long ago. I don't remember my exes now. All their memories have been replaced with you back in the past. We've been together too long. There we go. Oh, here we go. Miss Heise is super smart and a great talker.
Thank you.
There you go. See?
Although I am kind of losing the noggin a little bit.
Well, you are suffering from baby brain.
I'm 27 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. And baby brain is real. It's real.
Down.
It's a real thing. Rachel goes from being an architect to being a draftsperson. With the problem, she doesn't want to.
That's really, really generous.
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is. Totally not me. I'm just a person. What are we looking at?
I think that's the Office for Men.
Oh, the Office for Men. Yes, sorry. Yep. There is a parasite in her stealing the protein.
Yeah, and the iron, and the calcium, and everything. The sleep, the air.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I have to breathe
and
more.
they keep taking it all even after they come out. That doesn't matter.
But they're beautiful. I love the babies, not so much the pregnancies.
Yeah. Well, they are nice. Occasionally they're not annoying. When they don't put salami in my glasses cleaning machine.
Can you believe we'll have 6 soon?
No, we're freaks. We became freaks suddenly. It happened real quick. I don't know what's happening. It must be something in the water.
You know exactly what's happening.
No, I'm innocent. I'm completely innocent, everyone. I've got no idea. So that's interesting. So an interesting insight into lobbying at a political level. OMG 6. Yeah, you got to do it right. They get cheaper the more you have, honestly.
This one we don't have to upgrade the car, which is nice.
Oh,
I feel like I'm upgrading the house.
Here we go. Kano's asking, would you consider home birth? You answer that one.
Look, I have considered it, and it's not for me because I tend to need stitches every time, and so I'd have to go into hospital anyway. Also, I labour very, very fast, so I may end up having a home birth, whether it's planned or not, or a highway birth.
I don't want to clean up the shit.
No, I don't want to clean it up.
All the blood. No. Stuff that.
And I want the gas. That's why you go in.
Thanks for the super chat, Middle Cove.
These days,
good luck working on your car.
They like to induce me these days because, well, one, I can organise babysitting, and secondly, I make sure I have the baby in the hospital. And the last one was a bit traumatic. We ended up having the big button press and everyone rushing in the room to make sure baby was okay, and I kind of don't want to take my chances at home because I think I know too much.
Here we go. Rob's going, I think it would be a benefit to be the clear thinker of a drafty than an architect, says the engineer.
I don't think I'm clear thinking at the moment.
No,
you have to check everything I do.
Yes. How do you guys have 6 kids? Have you kids don't cost much.
It depends on your level of...
Just don't spoil them.
What you spend on them.
If you don't expose them to all the crap that other people think's normal.
Or if they're used to you saying no.
Yeah, you just say no. It's really easy. You don't buy them shit.
And when they're little, they don't cost that much to feed.
Yeah.
So
buy your beef in bulk, guys.
So yeah, we buy food in bulk. They all wear hand-me-downs. We homeschool, so that's really cut the education down. They don't do a lot of activities. They swim and dance, and Frederick does footy.
Yep.
So yeah, we just kind of reduce our expectation of what is necessary. You don't need to have everything, and a 6th kid doesn't cost what a 1st kid does.
No, it doesn't. Here we go. 6 kids. Why? How much child support do you get?
Well, you'll have to divorce the husband first.
Yeah, I'm kind of the anchor that screws that up. You got to leave me.
I don't want to get rid of my money tree.
Well, yeah, that's. I mean, the family. Thanks, honey. All the MGTOW guys are going. Yep, I knew it. The family tax benefit disappears pretty quick, but you can see how some people who earn nothing and are getting government support.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I think I would be definitely, if I was on the dole, you were paying child support, and I got the family tax benefit, I wouldn't be struggling.
Here we go. How do you get away with homeschooling? We're actually doing distance education through a private school.
Yes, and we do follow the Australian curriculum.
So, yeah.
And the school does all the reporting with the government.
Yep. So. Yeah, they handle the relationship between us and the government, which is really good. It's
nice to have a middleman.
So I think that's enough for professional lobbying. I think at least it's a good introduction to it. I think we'll need to, I think PubTest will be able to explain a lot more of that in one video. So, social media. Now, I've got here echo chambers is a potential risk.
Yes, well, your Facebook feed is an echo chamber because you're so vocal that people that don't agree with you politically have unfriended you. And everyone that you don't agree with, you've unfriended them.
I can't be bothered. It's so much crap.
So that's why my Facebook feed gives you so much content, because I'm like, have you seen this? He's like, no. I'm doing a video on that because I see a lot more articles than you do that kind of tick you off.
Yeah, well, you're following like leftist politicians, like that green guy. Here in Brisbane.
I don't want to be in the bubble, so I've made a conscious effort to expose myself to opinions I don't like.
Here we go. Wait till the boys get teenagers and see how much it will cost to feed them. Then they get jobs. I was working as a teenager.
You're right. We'll just have to buy more cows.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So, Twitter is the best social media. Jack Dorsey is cool. Now, I can tell NetChat is trolling with that comment. So yeah, and the problem is with social media, you can waste a lot of time having pointless discussions with people that don't actually achieve anything.
Or just scrolling.
Yeah, just scrolling. I think it's a fantastic vehicle for people to meet, talk, discuss, plan, and exchange ideas. There's the danger that if you receive all your media from social media, all your news there, you're just, pigeonholed.
Well, the algorithm is going to feed you.
It's going to feed you what you want. Yeah. And what else do we have? Discord, which is what I'm trying to encourage more people to use because it's a really easy way to change files, exchange things, upload references, movies. It's handy. It's a community, I think, that people can use. You've got Telegram, you've got Facebook, you've got Gab, you've got Mind. I think a way, at least if you want to reach out and
But
be...
with social media, I'm mainly on there to see debating and engagements. I don't want to miss out on
You don't want to see any
social news.
Any politics.
Not really.
Well, we literally have the gender, we're actually a biological male and female here, and we believe in that. I know.
Straight.
Yeah, super straight. High five. Wait, now I've got to cling the rings. Yeah, super straight all the way. So you got more women on Facebook.
Of course,
more
because we
women on
want to know
Facebook.
who's having a baby and who's getting married and who's discontinuing their marriage.
Yeah, so it's gossip. It's replaced Women's Day and all that other garbage. That's why you're on it, isn't it?
It's gossip you care about because they're people you know.
Okay, see, I'd be more interested in I guess watching when Mighty Jingles does something on the YouTube. That's what interests me more so than gossip. Yeah. So I would think it could be an avenue for political activism. I think the shorts are the way to go. The shorts, the TikToks, that type of stuff, to just get messages out there to people.
Yeah, but
how do you reach girls for politics? Because chicks don't care about politics as much.
No, and if you start getting political, you lose friends. So if you're on social media because of friends, you're not going to get political because you don't want to lose friends. It's cyclic. So.
Heise, all women have a lesbian streak in them. No. I think that's a male fantasy, mate. I think it really is. Non-white knight, it's good to see an old-fashioned couple still exists. I'm over the media trying to make gay and lesbian parents the norm while pushing single mothers collecting welfare normal at the same time. What about news.com? I think there was another article of a, what was it? I slept with, I had 153 blokes. So someone who rode the carousel. And what did I learn? That was the article. I'm thinking, why is this shit getting normalized on these trash websites?
Well, I learned I'll be lonely and old.
Yeah. And loose. Josh is...
Oh, terrible. You'll definitely get it demonetized.
Shit. Okay. No, I'm behaved. This is too deep into the YouTube video. And no, that wasn't a double entendre. Just be low key, Jeff was saying. Burgo7 said, I saw the same article in my news feed for 2 weeks. Yeah, there you go. It's just crazy, this type of stuff. And then you got all the polyamory families as well. Those, I think Baring did a really good video about one where it was these, one chick and 4 blokes, and it was just
dysfunctional.
Oh, one of the guys was an abuser to one of the children they had. It's just nuts. It is so disgusting.
That's sad.
That they're trying to normalize this type of thing. This is degeneracy, really. And anyone who doesn't really believe it is probably a degenerate. I shouldn't be saying that, should I? It's terrible. That'll get me banned from the YouTubes. Greta, how dare you? Yes. So, that's the challenges with social media. You have the alternative platforms. Let's have a look at... Let's ask here. We'll do a quick straw poll. Guys, how many of you use Minds?
I've looked at it, but it just looks like a porn site. So I kind of stopped using it because I don't really want to see that. And I didn't want to turn off not safe for work because I don't want to not see the political content.
This is the thing, because people are suggesting going to alternative platforms, market it cheaper, saying, why don't protesters go after negative gearing? The Labor's just dumped negative gearing, mate, from their policy platform. You've got BitChute as an alternative one. I prefer Odyssey or LBRY as alternative platforms.
Yeah, you kind of need to be across them just because at any minute YouTube can just go gone.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
That's the risk.
So
that's the risk of being on the platform. That's why we've gone to Twitch too.
Yeah, that's it.
So you'll see us. We'll be around, but normally, if it's a big enough reason to kick you off, they'll try and kick you off everything.
Oh, well, that's it. You
your overlord.
saw what's happening from the White House. Now, here's the other, well, meetups, actual meetups, having networking events, meeting up at home events, voter groups, barbecues, those type of things to try and get connections with other people that share similar political ideas or ideological positions, to try and get, find other people that share your opinion. I know that's harder now in the current year with lockdowns and everything, but I still think that's something to consider. I think networking for similar like-minded
people are going to come together through similar hobbies rather than politics.
Yeah?
Yeah, like we're a pretty apathetic country.
But are we getting more active now? Are people becoming more activated?
Yeah, you'll be called like a terrorist cell if you do that, Florian.
What, if you have a meet-up at the German club?
Great optics.
What do you think, viewers? You reckon having a meet-up at the German club, a networking group for politics, I think that'll be fine.
Yeah, you'd only get blokes turning up.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Tried a few, but no one is there. As alternative platforms. Annika's going.
You've gone to political groups. You've gone to like the
libertarian drinks. I think they've been cancelled.
Yeah, but back in the day when you went there, you get a lot of fringe people, and it kind of puts you off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It depends. Let's all go fishing.
Yeah, well, when you go on a road trip with people, you tend to have decent conversations.
Yeah.
Same with fishing. Any kind of slow hobby, you do tend to have deeper conversations.
That's probably not a good idea.
It also takes the pressure off. If you're going to do something or discuss a common interest, it's not just about the politics.
See, here we go. John Doe's going, most people would lose their job if they came out as a right-wing anything. I mean, I don't think any of the opinions that I put forward are necessarily right-wing.
The Overton window shifted, Florian.
That's so you need to move the Overton window. I mean, that's
the other thing you'll find is most of these kind of groups that get together, they get together at night. And I found it with like professional networking events, that all happens at night after work. With the women, it's not the same for men, but with the women, you'll notice there'll be a lot of women in their 20s until they get to about 28. And then there'll be no women until about 40 or 50.
And that's when you're telling the young ones about the sexual market value and the
then
wall.
There's very few in between. Because all the women my age are at home looking after children. You just can't get away at night. It's too hard. So that's the other thing you've got to think about is, are you going to get babysitting or are you going to rearrange your life to go to a political meetup?
We tried to organise a networking event, remember, as a barbecue, a family-based networking event. We couldn't quite pull it off. We didn't get the numbers. John Smith is going, a lot of John Does and John Smiths. How strange.
Anyone would think it was an alias.
Yeah, you would think it, wouldn't it? Any conservative views will have you you front and centre in front of HR with your resignation. That's sad. That's kind of terrible, Here we go. Non-White Knight wants your honest opinion on MGTOW.
I think MGTOW is extreme, and I think it's the antithesis of feminism. And in a lot of ways, it's the same attitude, just flipped genders. So I don't think it's balanced, but I completely understand it. I completely get it. I know why. And I think in a lot of cases, you're perfectly justified, but it still isn't balanced. It just comes, to me, it sounds like you're being very burned and very hurt, and this is a self-protection mechanism. So,
yeah, well,
yeah.
I
hope everyone could have a wonderful, balanced, functional relationship, but unfortunately, there are a lot of bitches in the world, and I can understand why men want to protect themselves.
Adam is going, feminism has political power, though. And
well, that's true. Yeah, that is definitely true.
Yep.
And in some ways, I think the MGTOW crowd does need to step up to push society back to normal. If you're not going to get the extreme the other way, how is society going to be exposed to any opinions that aren't feminist?
Yeah.
And I think the work that the MGTOW group is doing is good for my sons.
You got MGTOW's less pathetic than marriage. I don't really see marriage as
Marriage
pathetic.
number 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
You've got some self-respect.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Men have to self-improve. Yes. The whole.
Everyone does.
Oh, yeah.
Men definitely do, and a lot of women definitely do too. I've got room for self-improvement. I'm going to read the Queensland Constitution.
Okay. Good. Jones is going, cancel culture is strong.
Unfortunately, it is. And that's a form of political activism that maybe, two can play at that game where we start cancelling the far left. But it just, where does it stop?
Yeah.
Where does it stop? One day they'll realise that they shouldn't have brought in cancel culture because they're being cancelled.
Well, you see the Democrats now, women are now being drafted into the military. So feminism's won. That's it. You both husband and wife have to work. Women get drafted in the military.
And who's going to look after the kids?
The government.
Oh, no one's looking after the kids. You don't have any kids anymore. That's it. We're depopulating the world.
Yeah, well, pretty much. Here we go. I just sent you a thingamajig. Okay. FlyingWombat, I'll have a look. Oh. Yeah. I can't find it right now. Well, I've literally got 6 screens going.
Well, Socialist Yarn doesn't see what women are doing in society. Well, the women you don't see often are women like me raising the 5 kids I have and not delegating it to other people. You're not going to see the work I do in society because I'm at home. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hidden work. It's quiet work. And a lot of the stuff I do supports Florian. I feed you. I wash your clothes. I keep your house in a reasonable condition.
Yes.
And,
Well, a marriage is a team effort.
It is a team effort.
You're meant to work together to build something.
And if you had to do all of the cooking and cleaning and bring in the income, it just wouldn't work.
Well, no, yeah, it's bullshit. It wouldn't be possible.
You need 2 people to run a household and bring in an income. It's too big for one.
Hang on. No, I mean, I don't see what they are doing is wrong. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe he wants women to be like men. I mean, he's socialist. Okay. So he probably never been near a woman.
Florian, that's a bit rough.
Socialist, honey.
Rough.
You're going to see a lot of angry, childless women in coming years.
You already do.
Yeah.
They're called Gen Xers.
Rob is saying, good luck reading the Constitution. The only good bit is why the border is where it is.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't know it was there until tonight, so now I'm intrigued.
The volunteer of Bushfire Brigade has a gender and disaster module on the Learning Hub. I quit. I hate to misgender someone whilst firefighting. Are you serious?
Oh, my goodness.
Are you serious? People volunteering. Oh, well, okay. I'm gay, actually. Yeah, see, never been near a woman. I could tell. Just by your comments. So, what else?
I want to fill up my tea.
Okay, you fill up your tea. Okay. So, there's the idea of meetups, guys. Could get them happening. Could reach out to groups that might be interested. There's something I've been toying with here on the channel, and I probably will. And I'll do them at the German club, stuff it. I'll get it sorted.
Go for International Men's Day.
International Men's Day, okay, we'll sort something out.
That's in November.
Yep. And it's the Victorian Country Fire Association. Didn't they implement gender quotas? I understand they did that, and it's... Well, like here in Queensland, the police have implemented gender quotas, so they're making it easier for women to get in, sadly. The military has made it so women only have to serve 2 years as a foot soldier as opposed to men. That's the problem. men should let the feminist world eat. Leave the feminist world to eat itself out. Yeah.
Well, that'll happen.
It will. It will. I'd love to do a meetup. So a few people would.
Is Rachel the first woman to know the date of International Men's Day? I probably am.
Well, you remind me. You put it in my calendar.
I have to put all these dates in Florian's calendar.
If it's not in Outlook, it doesn't exist and I can't get in trouble.
This year, I've actually put in 1 month until 2 months until, like I do with the registration for the car, just so that you don't forget.
Police actively discriminate against male police candidates. I wouldn't be surprised.
That came out in the news.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, here in Queensland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you
They
go.
made it easy to the point where some of the credentials of the women that got in were horrifying for a policewoman.
Here we go. Rob's going, if you do German club. See, this is the problem. If I go there and 30 people turn up and they all want to buy me a drink, I'm going to get completely shit-faced. And I won't be able to say no because it'd be rude. And then they'll just people. I'm sure people will happily buy me a drink just to see me get completely smashed. We got to live stream it.
Oh, my goodness.
No,
That'd be messy.
I couldn't handle it anymore. I'm too old.
No, you are
I'm too old now. I'm 40. I'm a boomer. Meet up in Canberra with no mask. Do we need to wear masks in Brisbane?
For the next few days until Friday, unless they extend it again.
Well, what you do is you don't need to if you're drinking. We'll just meet up in the smoking area and we can smoke cigarettes and drink beer.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well,
yeah, you're right. So what? They failed what? They failed the psychological tests, but still got...
I read that.
What? Oh, shit.
Just to get the numbers up.
Well, see, this is the type of stuff that needs to be addressed. The fact that this has gotten
that's
through...
That's why it got slammed in the media. They got slammed.
Good. It should. John Doe, my friends' wives are in their late 30s and childless. All are unhappy.
Well, I met a woman in her late 30s, childless, unhappy, looking for a man, and I explained sexual market value to her, and she looked devastated. Poor thing. Because I think she suddenly realised that...
What? Why aren't women watching Stefan Molyneux? I don't understand.
I think she finally realised that the boyfriend she had in her 20s she probably should have married.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, hang on. Here we go. This is what FlyingWombat shared. And he's right, it is. Freedom Rally attendees are breaching COVID-19 restrictions. If you have attended, your employment with something may be at serious risk. Thank you, stay safe.
Oh my goodness.
So people are going to lose their jobs. Some Australian employers are sending text messages like this to their employees, which sounds like a violation of Fair Work regulations.
Yeah, but they're on the popular side of opinion.
They're on the right side of history, Rachel. That's it.
Yeah.
You know? Non-white knight, is Stefan Molyneux still around? That's an interesting thing because he's off YouTube. You know, but he's still creating content. He's still around. I enjoyed his stuff, but I never see it. You know?
That's the thing. YouTube has got such a wide audience that if you're not on YouTube, you really don't have the same audience. You got a super chat, honey.
Where? Oh, thanks. Advanced Dad. There was a rude pun in my last comment. The feminists... No, I'm not going to say that out loud. I get in so much trouble already on this bloody thing.
Thank you.
Oh, boy. They're all being naughty. He has his own free domain radio for years. Yes, he does. But the problem is...
The audience isn't there.
Yeah, it's you need to go where the people are. That's the advantage that YouTube has. It has the audience. It's got the first mover profile.
Well, look at tonight. 24 versus 113.
Well, you've got one platform that has how many followers?
Well, one platform we've been on for a month.
Yeah.
And one you've been on for a couple of years.
Yeah. So that's the difference.
And also one that's known for for this kind of content and one that's not.
We still have 6 on Facebook. Don't ignore the Facebookers.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Yeah. What else? Lauren was living in Australia. Yes, yeah. Watch her on Sky News. I'm fortunate. The video I did a couple of years ago of her being banned from Australia temporarily is now no longer one of my top 5 videos, which kind of seemed a bit dated because, well, she's living here now. Here we go. Non-white knight. It's a misconception that MGTOW hate all women. I have plenty of female friends.
Yeah, but you won't marry him. Yeah,
well, he's too smart for that. Because then he has to give him half his shit. Just be careful. Don't sleep with him. There was a woman in Canada who was dating a bloke. They weren't living together, but the court ruled he had to pay her support when they broke up. And she refused to marry him. He asked her to marry her repeatedly, and she kept refusing. Then they broke up. Now he's paying her $50,000 a month.
That's ridiculous.
See, when you hear stories like that, you understand. Yes, sir, 1970 is here from YouTube. Fantastic. Welcome. Office for Men. Just subscribed. Not at all pub test. Thank you very much, Office for Men. Appreciate it. So, hang on. There's some more naughty comments there I want to avoid. So, meetups. That's something that's an option. And I think is pretty... Is that a Rona cough? Hey, no. From YouTube, so you've become a Twitch thought. Oh, one day. That's the end game. Yeah, that's the dream.
Wearing a low-cut shirt.
Yeah, well, I've got to wear a low-cut shirt. That's it. It's the beard. So, meetups. I will definitely organise one for my channel, but I also think it's something that other people should consider just as a way of building political relationships. Now, organisations. This is where I'm talking, political parties, social clubs. Well, you don't want to discuss businesses. I put businesses down here. People are coming here with fake names and telling me they'd get put in front of HR. It's probably why I haven't been in a big corporate for a long time.
Yes.
I don't think I'd last.
You can talk to other business owners and off the record, at the pub, they'll agree with you.
Yes.
In writing, no way, they'll run a mile.
I'm there smoking cigars and getting drunk with other business owners telling me they'd never hire a woman because in the engineering industry because they'll just quit when they get pregnant in current year. So, I mean, is that fair? What do you think about that as a woman?
It's not fair, but I can understand it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Which is why if you are a woman going for a job in an engineering firm in your baby-making years, your employer or potential employer can't ask you the question of are you planning children. So you should just be proactive and tell them the answer. They obviously want to know. And you might get the job if you're like, you know what? I have 2 kids. They're 10. I'm done. The baby years are over. I'm happy to work full time. Well, I won't be going on maternity leave.
Another mate hired a woman who said that. She said, I'm not having any kids because he lost 2 of them that got pregnant and left. And he got an older one that said, no, I'm not having any more bloody kids. I've had enough. No, they're gone. Never gone back. I
tell you what, now when I meet former bosses and they find out how many children I have, you can see this look of relief on their faces that they no longer have me employed. You can just see it like, I dodged a bullet there. I'm so happy you quit.
Oh, here we go from Advanced Dad. Good to see the beard making a comeback, is it? Oh, it is. It's getting grey every time. Remember, if your dad doesn't have a beard, you've got 2 mums. I don't think that's politically correct.
The kids hate the in-between phase when it's scratchy.
Yeah, oh yeah, they run away. They run away from me.
They either want it on or off.
The problem is
maintenance.
No, Edward pulls it.
Oh,
he pulls. I've got no hair for him to pull on. They pull on the beard. Oh. Here we go. Someone should be careful. Someone should say women should be paid double for giving up their child-raising years.
Maybe. They're doing it willingly. Why pay them?
Yeah, that's it.
As sad as that is.
Here we go. It's not that the female engineers quit to get pregnant. They quit to go to the Big Four for more money. I bet you that. Yeah, that's it. And then they go on maternity leave.
And they know they'll get big money because the Big Four have quotas.
Yeah, that's it.
And they're guaranteed a job.
Yeah.
No matter how crap they are.
Should have done it to become an engineer.
It sucks for the ones that are really good, though. Because They don't get the respect they deserve.
Well, it was like when you were on that committee with the Institute, and then they brought in quotas, then
And
you
I
got the
quit.
shits with it, yeah. Because you were just, it seemed
I'm
as if
like-
you were a millennial quota seat. You were the only millennial on there that could work a computer too. That was a big hit to them.
And, you know, if I'm going here, I don't want to be here to fill a quota. I want to be here on merit.
Well,
Find someone else to fill your quota.
should have been born a man, Rachel. A white man, then you're definitely, well, you're not going to get in anyway. John's going, you both remind me of my wife and I, just two best mates hanging out. Well, this sadly is probably the closest we're going to get to a date this week.
Because we've organised babysitting to do this.
Yeah, we got babysitting and no kids, guys. You know, this is just relaxing for us. Is that sad or just modern life? I'll take you out to dinner for your birthday, somewhere nice, Macca's.
No, not a steak would be good.
Oh yeah,
Cook me a steak.
we'll go. Yeah, that's you can go to when you eat as much meat as we do. You go to a really like a pretentious steak restaurant, and it's just so expensive, and it's not worth it sometimes.
And they put plants on it.
Yes. Yes, sir. 1970. My partner can't have children.
Oh, that's sad.
Sorry to hear that. Drunk old guy, lol, Macca's. Yeah, I mean, I know it's not real good food, but you don't want to spoil them.
You've got me. I'm definitely committed. It's not like I'm going anywhere, Florian.
Yeah, you're right. Did you know the men that have heaps of money, they set up contracts for their women? What, you mean prenups? I remember a lawyer in a networking group that had all these prenups. He would sell everyone prenups, and then when he got married, he didn't do it himself because it kind of gets thrown out the window when you have kids. Are you real carnivore or do you eat other stuff beside meat? At the moment, chocolate is invading the household. We're aspirational carnivores. We're probably more ketovores at the moment.
I don't have anything with fibre in it because my body can't handle it right now.
We don't eat any vegetables or any...
We don't eat vegetables. We don't eat grains.
I've cut bread out. For me, that was a big thing. I used to love bread all the time.
But we have beef, chicken, pork,
cheese,
milk, seafood, eggs. But we don't do honey because honey triggers me and I just want sugar.
I've invented a new food where I get a salami and I put cottage cheese in it and I call it sushi.
The kids think you're hilarious.
It's awesome. It's really good. Then grate some Parmesan over it and some pepper. Fantastic. Really nice.
Yeah, we do use spices. We do spice our food.
Yeah.
So we're not strict carnivores.
No steak sangers then? Yeah, if we can. We get them made. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've fallen off the wagon, guys, because Rachel's bringing the chocolate in. So
Well, I'm pregnant, so it's very hard to stay on the straight and narrow. But after I do the GTT on the weekend, I will...
Herbert's cut out milk as well.
Yeah, I find if I don't cut the milk, I don't lose any weight. If I cut the milk, I lose weight because of the carbs in milk.
If you want, here we go. If you want to know who loves you more, the wife or your dog, lock them both in the boot of the car. When you open it an hour later, see which one is happier to see you.
That's horrible advice.
Yeah, that's technically abuse, and you'll probably get arrested. Anyone watching, do not lock your wife in the boot of your car. I mean, come on.
Terrible.
Oh boy! See,
let's move on to the next comment. This is getting me.
That makes my taking you to Macca's look good. See, it's all about anchoring, framing. So here you've got someone suggesting lock the wife in the car, and then you're thinking, wow, Florian taking me to Macca's. He's like some king compared. No, it's not working. Okay, we'll keep going.
Been together way too long for that, Florian.
Beautiful for that bullshit. Yeah, you're right. So the next one is boycotting. Go woke or go broke. Let's type that in. Go woke and go broke. And see what appears.
Images. It'll just be memes. Is that what you want? You want memes. You love your memes.
Well, this is the thing. It's people looking at...
But that is a form of political activism, is
Yeah.
voting with your wallet. With meat, for example, and the fake meat. We vote with our wallet and we buy real meat. And while we continue to financially support the graziers, they will continue to support us with meat. So, if you have a problem with something, vote with your wallet. if you can.
I mean, yeah, that's it. It is a way of activism. I mean, we want to get...
Well, especially with share ownership. If you have enough share ownership,
you need to own a lot. You need to own a lot of shares for that.
You do need to own a lot, but that is happening in the opposite direction.
There are
like super funds, ethical investing.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't just have to go one way.
I would love to see branding of businesses that that will not discriminate. So businesses that refuse to have discriminatory policies, that
quotas.
Yeah, that won't have quotas. Businesses that won't discriminate against people based on their race, and none of that affirmative action rubbish. That's what I'd like to see and support. Why isn't our meat cheaper if other countries are boycotting it?
Because we've just come out of a drought.
Well, yeah.
We've got low stocks in the country. Farmers
are building up their herds again. That's what's happening. And are other countries boycotting it? I don't think they are. I think China was, but there's there's a huge market for Australian beef. You're not going to have any problem selling it. Boycott all woke organisations, Advanced Stat is saying.
Well, you can. Oh, it's hard. Like, who do you get your internet from if you boycott all woke organisations?
No, that's it.
Who do you fly with if you boycott all woke organisations? It gets to a point where a lot of big business you can't avoid.
Here we go. John's going, if you want a government contract, you have to run quotas.
So, as much as you can, vote with your wallet. But it's not the be-all and end-all because there's a lot of things you can't.
Chris is saying, having kids changed my life. My eldest has autism, but he's so lovable. Love my boys.
Good to hear.
You've got a half-brother on the spectrum. And a father that probably is too.
Well, he's not diagnosed.
You can set him off, though, when you talk. He's probably watching. He's going to give me shit now. So what's this? Remember the federal government experiment at removing all personal characteristics from resumes to only assess the merits, and more men got the job. Yep, 100%. That shows you the racism that's just built into our culture now. It's ludicrous. It really is. It's sad in a way. We're moving away from a merit-based society. That's the problem. Got to pick and choose your battles. Boycotting.
Yeah, because you know you can't just live your life without having power turned on, with no gas, with no internet or no mobile phone, because you can't find a company that you agree with to do business with.
Here we go. Garth saying, nothing wrong with autism, gave me an edge for 30 years in IT, and it gives a whole lot of people an edge on Reddit and 4chan, tearing people apart and doing in-depth research. Roy White, it's hard to vote with your wallet and make a change when the government can essentially print money.
Well, that is a point.
It is frustrating, yeah.
But, you know, you can make choices at the supermarket.
Yeah, you can. You can.
It's something you can do.
Weaponized autism. I think that's a superpower that politically, I think that needs to be utilized for political good, for attacking the left. That needs to be the power. Weaponize the autism, all the stuff that's making the memes and all of those type of things. I'm not kidding. You know, I'm not kidding at all. All the Doge millionaires. Well, yeah, let's hope they sold.
Yeah. What cheese do you eat?
Oh, wait a minute. Carl's saying it's not such an edge since nobody likes facts anymore. Yeah, sadly. That's it. That's it. Based Red Pill is going, well, there you go. Look at his comment. Look at his username, Based Red Pill. I was diagnosed last year. That's the problem, isn't it? No one likes facts. And if you're Based Red Pill, yeah, you're definitely all about facts. Well, that's the thing too. So many people are just running on fear right now.
Yeah.
Everyone is running on fear. Everyone is scared shitless. Or, you know, the government is forcing a lockdown after lockdown. No one's challenging it. If you even question it, people think you're a nutcase. If you're even critical of passports to restrict your access to stuff, people think you're a crazy right winger. It's just nuts. So, and well, the last item I'd want to discuss is good old running for politics. Now, we've got 2 viewers in the chat here who I know who are looking at running for politics and for stepping up and doing it. And congratulations to them. Best of luck. We've got Campbell Newman potentially going to the LDP, the Liberal Democrats, as well.
Yeah, that came out today, didn't it?
Running for Senate. They're still negotiating, talking about it. He's leaving the Liberals. You've got more and more people leaving the Liberals or the Nationals frustrated with it. You've got people running for minor parties. I think you've got a whole lot of people. Oh, here we go. Wait, Pub's telling us.
Of course.
New South Wales local elections are delayed to December.
Of course they are.
Well, that's great. More time to build your platform, mate. You know.
Got more months to lobby and yeah.
So hang on, what was I talking? I'm thrown off now.
You're thrown off because you're talking about people getting politically active.
Yes, people are getting. Hang on, we got a super chat. People ask me what was it that made you marry your wife, and I say her mean game was strong.
You got to have humour in a relationship.
I don't know if that's a joke or not. It may not be. You know, it may not be. That's it. We met on 4chan. That could be dangerous. That could be dangerous.
We met like at university
in the computer lab. Or you were warned not to work with me.
Yeah, that's true.
You were warned to keep.
Maybe I should have listened.
And then you pretended to like Guinness.
Yeah. I haven't had one since. Awful.
I'm talking so much about beer tonight. I'm going to organise this event. So we've got someone running against Dutton in Dixon.
Oh, good luck with
luck.
that.
Congratulations. Shave your head, buddy. You know, they like the bald man in there. I hear. What's an Australian boot locker? Did I get it wrong?
Legger. Oh,
liquor.
Locker. A boot locker.
Oh, a boot liquor. I'll show you.
Did you say locker or liquor?
I said it right. I had to check when people write stuff in case I made a typo, like I always do. That's this. People who are celebrating, going through the photos and dobbing in anyone that was at the protest because they broke the law, because they went to the protests. You know, a bunch of small. You know, you got a mix of normal people here. Does this guy look like a nutter? Oh, he probably does, but still, come on. So that's what I'd consider an Australian bootlicker, guys. That's the age that we're in now. It's socially acceptable for people to, and encouraged to report people to police here in Australia. You know, that's the thing. Oh, hang on. Garth's got a spare rum for me. Fantastic. I think I'll grab that off you.
Maybe when we finish.
Yeah, when we finish.
I don't want to smell it.
Yeah, Rachel actually got me into rum. When we were living together, I would run out of beer.
At least 6 to 9 months until I can have a rum.
Well, you're pregnant.
Yeah.
I tend to not drink when Rachel's pregnant because it's really unfair because she loves her rum, you know. And you don't want to encourage fetal alcohol syndrome. I mean, come on. That's a whole level of bogan. So here we go. Yes, it's insane, man, how willing people are to be subject to overbearing authority. You know, but the number of people that are saying, "Oh, just go for it." Like I'll show you know what? We'll bring up. I've done some polls to prepare for this night. Let's finish up by looking at those because this last one is just running for politics, and I'd suggest at a council, state, and federal level, even look at the smaller levels at councils, getting involved in parties.
Well, council affects quite a lot of your life.
Yeah, the closer levels of council, of politics, I think, are more important than people realise. So let's jump here to some of the polls that I did. So here we go. Oh, well, this one's the most serious poll I've done. If Sydney locks down until Christmas, how high do you think houses will surge? 10%, 20, 30, 40, and 50%. Most of you said 50%.
They understood it was a joke.
It is a joke, guys. Some people didn't get it. Asking me where to put the negatives. And here we go. This is the one I like. Oh, hang on. Wait. I got to find it. Here we go. Chris, if you shut your economy down for 50% of the year, then a 50% rise in house prices. That's economics 101. So there you go. I thought that was a good one. I like that one there. But we're looking here. Do you support the right for people to protest? 92% said yes, 8% said no. But if you look at the comments, it's yes, but Yes, but. Yes, but. Held yes, yes. Come on, find me a yes, but. I saw a whole heap of them. Now they're all disappeared. Peacefully, of course. Come on, where are all the yes, buts? Have they disappeared, or am I imagining it? Well, I saw them.
Maybe you got more comments.
Yes, but. There we go. Against only here. Okay, this was a joke one, but still, yes, but only against things I don't agree with. What do you mean? That's not how it works. But I mean, that's the thing. And here, have you heard anything positive of the freedom rallies? 5% said yes, 95% said no. And most people will just follow what they hear on the mainstream media. They won't dig any deeper. You know. Garth is saying council is probably the most important level since the UN's agenda for sustainable development is using LGAs to totally bypass the sovereignty of nations, and he's 100% right there.
Absolutely.
If you're hearing about all this UN influence on our countries, all this Agenda 21, all of these other things, it's going straight to the council levels. It's going there through the bureaucrats. So a politician reading a book by Klaus Schwab or the WF, that's much less important than all the people in council at that local level just going through this stuff. And even if you change the people there, the corporate memory will outlast them. That's the danger.
Because they're not elected.
Yeah, they're not elected. So you need to get involved at all levels, guys. Here, Crescio, strong cities. Yeah, that's it. Right there. That's what it is. It's not a conspiracy theory, guys. It's just politics. It's just politics working its way right through there. It's people with an agenda. I hope they think they're doing it for the greater good. But there we go.
Are you running out of coffee?
I'm out of coffee.
Do you want a tea?
Should I drink a tea, chat? Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll live stream it. Should I go tea? I don't know if I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make myself one.
Okay, you make yourself a tea.
I can do black.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Why not? So council has no power anymore. Everything is overridden by state, land, and environmental court.
Not necessarily.
Not all the time.
Only when the land's gazetted.
Yeah, that's it.
They wouldn't have heard that though.
Empires built on tea. Proper British. Go the tea. Coffee with a shot of Bundy. I see. Oh, boy, they're all wanting tea. We've got a bunch of royalists here. Oh, wait, I need to get the picture of the Queen in the background. You can get that. Why not?
Honestly, I think the monarchy will just, crumble once the Queen dies.
Oh, well, I think a lot of people...
No one likes Charles.
A lot of people will become Republicans once Charles gets involved, 100%.
Well, I think at this point in her life, to become a republic is a bit of an insult. So we'll just wait till she carks it and then...
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think the monarchy will last much longer. Go woke, go broke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's completely woke. Pineapple in tea? What the hell are you people talking about? Huh? Really?
Milk in tea, but not pineapple.
There's no milk in this. It's straight black, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a plant though. It's not pure carnivore, just like your coffee.
Oh, it's like watery, weak shit. People drink this?
And it's decaf.
Decaf?
I'm pregnant. I can't have caffeine.
It feels like I'm drinking seaweed.
This is why people tune into your live streams, honey. The experience of watching you drink tea.
Oh, wow. Wow. Ew, decaf tea. Yeah, this is an abomination against nature. Decaf tea. Oh. Here we go. For just tuning in, yeah, me drinking tea for the first time in 5 years at the end of the show. First time I've seen you and your bride together. So cute. Thank you. Even though she poisoned me with decaf tea. Oh, here we go. She'll be drinking bone broth.
We should be, but
yeah.
I don't have a pot of bone broth with me.
I don't really
I
like it.
like it warm and salty and with a little bit of fat. And if it gets too cold, the fat solidifies and, it's got to be fresh from the microwave. So,
here we go. Chris is saying, discernible interviewed diet doctor. He recommends keto-style diets that helped diabetes. Yeah. Well, you've got Garth in the chat right here that's gotten off his meds or his insulin and other things thanks to keto. He introduced it to us, brought it into the family, and then we all went down this path, which is fantastic. So, guys, are there any other questions or things you want to discuss?
before we sign out.
Before we sign out, I mean, running for politics, we've covered it in another video.
We covered it last week.
Yeah, we did. I just wanted to put it there and all. If we go through, everything again, just through the list. Hang on. So it was, art, and I was referring to memes.
I was referring to literature.
shows how much of a bogan I am. Education and material that you can create there. Petitions focusing on the real ones, not the change.org ones. Professional lobbying, creating organizations to give yourself more authority, an air of more authority. Social media, looking at ways you can reach out there. Physical meetups to meet people in person. Organizations that you can get involved in. Boycotting as well. And eventually running for politics. Hang on, what are we looking at here? Someone asked a few questions. What do you mean Labor scrapped negative gearing? It's no longer part of their platform to remove negative gearing. They've gotten rid of it. Heise, should I get all of my money out of the bank? Well, number one, don't ask someone on YouTube what you should do with your money ever. Seriously. If you're worried about some of the fear about bail-ins,
just diversify your banking.
Yeah, go to several banks so you make sure you got the 250 grand government guarantee in each of them. And I would separate your business banking and your personal banking separate because they've got the all money.
And separate your mortgage from your personal.
Yeah, spread out. Honestly, the government's going to print money and hand it out left, right, and centre before they let one of the big four fall over. I would be, if one of the big four banks is falling over, we're in a lot more trouble than whatever money you have in there. To be honest, we're kind of screwed then because that's you look at the top 10 companies by market capitalization on our stock exchange, half of it's banks. We're literally houses and iron ore. That's Australia, guys. That's all we are. It's kind of depressing. Hang on. What else? Ellie has been on keto for 4 months. Congratulations.
Good work.
Pub test is remembering rubbery figures. Yep. Have a read more into Cyber Polygon. Yes.
I don't know what that is.
That's WF World Economic Forum's concerns about hacking that's becoming more prevalent. What else? Drunk or guy, what happens with the money in the banks when they collapse? Well, with bail-in clauses, if they are at risk of collapsing and they initiate bail-in, you'll get shitty shares for them. So you'll be turned into a shareholder of Combank if it happens.
But they're more likely to pull all your money together and put it straight off your mortgage and not give you a choice and remove your redraw before they do a bail-in.
This is a different thing. Bail-in, yeah.
Like the Me Bank thing.
Yeah, well, that's kind of different.
Bank before they do a bail-in.
There's a lot of fear-mongering about bail-in going in around Australia. I can't see it. I can't see it happening here, honestly. It's not like what happened over in Cyprus. That's not reassuring. Well, I mean...
Looks like Celia's doing OMAD.
If the banks go under, I think your crossbow is going to be probably more useful to fight the zombie apocalypse. Fasting 1 meal a day, I'm down 12 kilos in 10 weeks. Congratulations. Good. That's really good.
That's beyond water weight. That's great.
Buddy, I lost 30 kilos cutting out breakfast.
Nice.
That's it.
We pretty much cut out dinner.
Yeah. Yep.
We do. Breakfast is our main meal.
Heise, do you see bank runs in Australia?
No. People are too normal.
Yeah, I can't see it happening here. I don't know. Just our culture. Don't worry, they'll get rid of cash. You won't
be able to.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you can't. They don't hold enough cash at a branch.
Yeah.
If one person took out all their money, or even like half a dozen, they'd have no cash in the branch.
Yeah. Did you see Goldman's froze private credit lines? Yeah, they did. But they've got other products. What happens with your mortgage when your bank goes under? I'm sure it'll be sold to another party. I don't think you'll get out of debt. Come on. The bank always wins. They'll always win. It's the she'll be right culture. Yeah, she'll be right, mate.
Unless you protest the wrong thing.
Yeah, unless you protest the wrong thing. That's it. Vote the Great Australia Party. I haven't heard that one. Next federal election, I'll go through all of every party. Last one, we did like a 6-hour stream and went through every Senate candidate in Australia.
Two of them. There are too many parties.
Did I? Well,
that's the thing. There's so many minors, and they don't get the votes.
Yeah.
If they're consolidated, then
well,
they probably have a better shot.
There's the thing. Do you try and go in one of the majors and try and shift the party? You try and influence one of the big ones. That's
yeah, but why are all the good people leaving?
Well, maybe with intention. That's the problem. You're getting sensible people leaving the big parties. You know.
So.
Okay, guys. Well, take care. Thanks for watching, and I think we'll call it a night now. And how long before houses hit 3 million? I'm not even. I don't want to guess.
Median house price or average?
I don't even want to say it. Okay, it's too damn depressing. Come on,
you'll get there.
It's fucked in Australia with housing. It's too high.
So you're doing that whole raid thing now?
Oh, well, no, that's for the Twitch people. The Twitch people will raid you somewhere, and all the rest. Take care. Thank you all for watching on Facebook, YouTube, and the Twitch. Yeah, we got 4 people on the Facebook.
Thank you.
107 people on the YouTube and 22 on the Twitch. Thank you all for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Take care, and I'll see you next time.
Wonderful.
Hang on. Wait, I got to press the button.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.